Nightlife Fire. Taste it.
Hello fam, welcome back once again. This is at Tiff and Nightlife Fire. We back at the little break that we took. And I'm so happy and excited to be back this week. And I got some great guests with me today. You can introduce yourself.
I'm Kitty.
Hi Kitty, how you doing?
I'm fine.
That's great. Who else we got? We got my man Skip. How you doing,
What's
Skip?
up, y'all? This is Big Skip, the CEO of High Society Entertainment. You know?
Okay, Darren.
How you doing? My name's Deron, CEO of Big Status Entertainment.
Deron, I'm sorry about that, man.
That's cool, man.
And you are what? Big Status Entertainment?
Yeah, Big Status Entertainment.
Awesome. And what company are you from?
Kitty Services.
Kitty Services?
Yes.
Okay, and what does Kitty Services entail?
Well, I have my own bartending company as well as underneath that umbrella ice cream truck. And with me and Deron do ourselves with the entertainment.
Okay, and what about you? As far as Big Status Entertainment, how does that work out?
Big Status Entertainment is pretty much a parent company in the subsidiaries. I do acting. I've starred in 3 independent films. One on the way, which will probably come out in July.
Cool.
And I also I've done comedy, stand-up comedy. Now it's kind of just on Facebook and social media, and then I do music as well. And
Cool.
and now with the promotion with the parties we keep.
Okay, and Skip, High Society.
Oh, no, you already know, baby. We doing, we doing our Mega White Party, which is July 7th. I don't know if we should drop the thing, because I don't know if Derek dropped it yet, but it's definitely coming July 7th. You know what I'm saying? We do our Black Party in November. That's coming as well, another big banger. So that's we trying to just be meticulous in what we do as opposed to just do everything. Make it all an experience, make it a venture for you.
Okay, cool, great. And this week, I'm excited because we have here on this panel today is beginners in the nightlife and veterans and me and Skip and Kitty and Deron. Beginners. How long have you been in this thus far?
7 months collectively, and just a year since I did my very first party.
Awesome, that's awesome. So the first question is going to you guys. What made you decide to be promoters?
Well, what happened was I seen Deron and I are friends, and I seen that he's very popular at attending other people's events, and he shows great love, very supportive, and I bartend. So by us talking on the regular, I said, hey, why don't we do something on Sundays at the 5 Mile House? He said, I'll get back with you, I'll think about it. And he came on board, and we've been going hard ever since.
Awesome. So what made, from your standpoint, what was, when she hit you up, what was your thoughts on that?
I mean, Katie, she's funny as well on the low. She's low key funny. Basically, she just we met. Our first interaction actually was at an event, and when I came to get a drink, she told me back one of my jokes that I put on Facebook earlier. So we just kind of had a little back and forth with that, and then from there she just she contacted me and said, with the following you have on Facebook and on social media, and with you being around and supporting everybody, taking pictures, I think you should think about doing your own events. And like she said, first I contemplated it, and I was like, I did my party last year at Black and Blue, but I wasn't ever really thinking about getting, making it a consistent thing. And then I thought it through with the help of her. She wouldn't let up. And so I decided, if you want me to do it and you that confident in me, then you got to do it with me.
Right.
Like, I know you bartend, but let's just partner up and do it, because your drive.
Because I just wanted to bartend.
Yeah, initially she wanted to be the bartender of Loyalty Sundays, but I was like, let's do it together. And I vetted her and what she do. Her grind is amazing, the hustle, and I was like, why not do it together?
Cool. Awesome. Skip, let me bring you in here, man. So what are some unexpected things that you can shoot out to them from when you first started? What, about 20 years ago?
No, it was about 9, almost 10 years ago. The thing, like I was explaining to them off camera, the thing I would talk to them most about is when you get to a certain level, a certain plateau, be aware of the people who are just on hangers. You know what I'm saying? They just, they're the yes people. be very, very, very cautious of those people. Always stay true to your hustle though. Always, like, people gonna try to throw this at you, throw that at you, try to change you a little bit, but as long as you stay true to, who you are and what you're doing, how you do your hustle, how you do your grind, how you do each other, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna take you a long way, because people they're gonna try to split you up every chance they get, especially if you're getting it.
Right.
Every chance you get.
So I'll give y'all a little story. Man, Skip met when I first started, and I didn't know what I was doing or whatever, and he came through because I was using his DJ at the time that he was always using, and he gave me some good sound advice. He didn't really want to, though. He was on his big shot. He was on his big shot there. He had like 1,000 people at the party and all that. But yeah. I took a little bit of what he said and still did, like he said, I did my own thing also. Then years later, we got together and we good now.
That's great.
So you guys, how do you find balance in between work, promoting, and your personal life?
Well, I think you get out what you put in. So I may go to work, but while I'm at work, I'm still focusing on Loyalty Sunday, still creating ideas in my head, still texting him, calling him, and
Right.
I just think that after work we go out and we try to support everybody else also. Everybody out here is trying to give a great party, a nice party, and we also probably seeing what they doing too. How good can we be just like them, or what can we take from them? What can we learn? There's a lot of people out here giving great parties, so we look up to them in a lot of ways also.
Right.
But it's not easy.
Right.
But I think whatever we put out, we'll get back in return.
It's crazy that you say that. Looking at other people and seeing what you can add to yours, because still to this day, and since I've been in the business, whenever I don't go, I kind of slacked off of going to other people's events, because whenever I go, all I saw was the business.
Right.
Like how they doing. I'm just standing there looking around like, okay, they doing this and that.
Business mode, yeah.
And that's because I was a promoter myself. So I try to change that up now. I go out and got back to enjoying, because I already got my format now, and I'm good. But in the beginning, yeah, I can see there's nothing
like to piggyback with what she said. Like when I first got in the game, like T said, like I was on my other shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to people's parties and be like, I'm taking this theme and I'm gonna make it mine. Like, not to throw the name out, but if they see it, they'll know. Like somebody did polos and pumps, and I was like, damn, it's nice. And I was like, it's only about 100 some people here.
I can do it bigger.
Man, let me go ahead and snatch this.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
The very next month, I did polos and pumps with 500 people. You feel me? So I was on that, and then people just was like, "Yeah, I want him to come because he gonna try." You know what I'm saying? But no, it was just like I just thought it was a great thing, and they just wasn't doing it no justice.
Right.
You feel me? That was just me, but that was me in my lane. That was the lane I created. For me was, if this is what I want to do, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a disrespect thing, but I just felt like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's me. You feel me?
Right. And how about you, Ron? How do you separate your personal from your business?
I think, I'm an insomniac by nature, so I never really got much rest, and I think just because I started off doing the music as a teenager, so it's just up being in the studio and all that, and now like professionally, I'm a truck driver. I've been truck driving for 18 years,
cool.
And since we've been doing, I manage about. I just abandoned the radio in my truck. Like, I no longer listen to the radio. So all I do is brainstorm when I drive, send jokes to Facebook that you see. That's how I interact with the people, though.
Right,
and then talk to her about the next move. But it's just silence. Normally where I drive is open air, open space. And I think you just got to take advantage of the time that you got that you would be using, wasting. Like I would just like listen to the radio, listen to the same song 100 times over. So I just gave my brain time to like just think things over. And I think that just you got to have a support system too. So at home I got the support of everybody at the house to do it. So it's not easy like they both said, but make it work. Gotta love it.
Right. Cool. So Miss Keedy, it's Keedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Keedy. So, as a female in the business, now I done worked with a few females in the business, and I like to get their perspective of how they see things, and what's some things that you go through dealing with the men in the business, or leading up to a party, like maybe a party goer. how do you handle things? You know,
I'm gonna be honest. With the men, I see more support. Honestly, men will hit me in my inbox and say, "I see your hustle." They will hit me and say, "Man," they see stuff that I don't even see in myself, and I appreciate that. But from the men, mostly, I get you've been going hard. I appreciate your hustle. You make me want to go harder. So on the men aspect, I'm really getting a lot of support and great feedback.
cool. So you had any episodes of dealing with men at the events, or maybe they was a little overzealous, or
Well, matter of fact, last Loyalty Sundays, the guy got drunk. I knew he was drunk,
Right.
but he put like $70 in my I want this. I'm like, wow.
She bartended.
Yeah, because I
Okay,
bought it.
okay.
So, but you keep a smile on your face. You know what's going on. You know they've been drinking. He didn't mean any harm. So you take it at that, and it's the business. You have to understand you're going to get the good with the bad. You're going to get somebody to say, "I know you see me over here. I've been over here for 5 minutes." You know what I realized on the other side of the bar? They don't see all the other 100 people at the bar. They just see themselves.
Right.
And I understand that. So even though I might take very, very long with one person, once I do get to them, I let them know I appreciate your patience. You know what I'm saying? If I can give something extra, I will. But I just let them know, hey, I see you. You got two. It's a lot when you tell people, I got 2 people in front of you. Then I'll get right back to you.
right?
But I mean that can be stressful. But what I get in my mind is at the end of the day, 10 o'clock will be here. At the end of the day, 11 o'clock is gonna be here. So you go through whatever you gotta go through. But at the end of the night, me and him gonna be smiling, knowing that we gave the people a chance to have fun. You know.
So Deron and Skip, I know all three of you some handsome guys. So tell the people out there with some things y'all be dealing with the females on while doing business and doing events, like somebody want to get in free and anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with situations where people have been wanting to get in free on the female side. And I mean, I've dealt with some females that say they don't even have $5 to get in or $20. I think you got to handle everything like individualize each situation, and sometimes you got to give a little and take a little. So even if I say, you know what, come on in. Come on in. That sometimes I go a long way, because the next time
they don't have
they'll have not only will they have it, but they might even say that's a good guy right there, because I really didn't have it that week, but I really wanted to party. I had a lot going on at work, on stressful, and he said, "Come on in." So I mean, other than that, I mean, the support has been grand, especially from the men. I know the question about the women, but a lot of my OGs been pulling me to the side, saying, "Man, I really keep doing what you're doing, stay humble, and you're gonna go a long way." And females too.
Cool. Okay, what about you, Skip?
Oh, you already know. Shit. You know, I done been through it. You know what I'm saying? I done dated inside the nightlife, messed around inside the nightlife. You know, gave whole tables away just because, you know, it was what it was. And it's just like he said, you know, because you want people to understand that, you know, you respect people and you dig people and you appreciate anybody's support for you. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to try to. I call it giving back. Although people may say, you know, it was just a table or whatever, but I could have sold a table for $500. But I gave it to them for free.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Or even, I tell you, if you know, when I'm walking through the parties, I got bottles all the time. I might pour 2 shots and it's like, hey, you take the whole bottle. You feel me?
Yeah, we
like I do things there. You know what I'm saying? That's just us being us, making sure everybody happy. And they like, you know, T, man, he gave me that bottle. Like, they ain't even have it open yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how we roll, because we appreciate the following and appreciate, you know, how people support us. You know what I'm saying? So
That's big.
Okay, so Darn, I know with me and my family, me and my wife, you know, sometimes I get a little issues. I might be promoting a little bit too much, and I gotta give her some time. So give her some time, you know. And that's been going on through the years. But I mean, she understands what I do and everything, but still find that balance, as I asked y'all earlier, find that balance, and also support, family support. How important is family support to you in the nightlife?
I mean, it's to me, it's priority number one. What I do in and out the nightlife, I make sure everything that's done socially first is done with my wife and kids. You know, like whether it's me and the kids.
Oh,
Me
so
and her.
you are married?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's also one of my questions.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I just try to make sure that we do what we do socially, and
Right.
the household is already wired. So it's like, especially my daughters, everybody be on 10, and I mean, they pretty much came up into what I'm doing and what I do, the
Okay,
music,
cool.
the comedy, now the party. So, and sometimes you just gotta, they gotta be a part of the hustle. Like,
Cool.
me and Kitty were just supporting an event this past weekend, and I had them out in the truck. Sometimes they passing out flyers
Awesome.
because I couldn't. It would have took too much time to go and drop them off. Like, let's get out here and do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, but you know, individually dealing with the spouse, it's not easy because they know what you're doing. But you know, like I said, it's never enough time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Never.
but it's, you know, it's a balance, and sometimes, and it's definitely a sacrifice. So you just got to compromise and meet halfway.
Yeah. Yeah, what I appreciate about my wife is she even got into it one time at some point throughout my promoting career and support me. She's definitely my number one supporter, and I definitely appreciate that about her. So, and what about you, Keely? How do you manage that?
It's not easy because I'm a bartender, so a lot of other men may be in. You know what? Some men can be intimidated of a hard-working woman, whether you're at work doing doubles or behind the bar or promoting.
Are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Okay. She's single, fellas.
Yeah, y'all heard it.
So and it's intimidating for my work schedule. So don't get me wrong. If I find a man, I definitely can make time for that individual, and I date. But they also have to understand. They also have to understand my schedule. If I can find someone that understands, hey, I got a hustle behind me, you either hustle with me or understand me, and I got your back, it's just us. Or I don't, you only live once, so I do what feels good. I do.
Awesome.
I just enjoy life.
Cool. So, and you Skip?
Shit, y'all, like I said, y'all already know. I didn't, nightlife. Like I said, it definitely took a toll on my life. I done ran through a couple of good relationships that I probably should have gave more attention to, like you guys are saying. But the hustle and the grind, it was addictive. I'm just saying that because I've always been a street nigga. So the hustle and the grind is always the most important thing. Now, I'm not saying it comes with my kids or anything like that, but it was always my thing. And then, shit, fuck it. You got a whole bunch of random bras out there who fuck with you like that and who make it easy for you. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I was saying about, just stay on your course, you dig? Because like bras can fuck it up for you. Guys too, you dig? Like you being single, shit, boy, I hope this shit is up because it's gonna be crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all pretty much blowing up right now.
Yeah, so it's gonna be crazy.
Y'all on this ride right now.
I mean, but
she in two industries. She promotes and bartender.
Exactly. So for me, if I had to do it all over again, that's probably the only thing I'd change is I would have stayed a bit more in tune to my relationship as opposed to putting the hustle first. So that's where I'm at now, pushing the relationship as opposed to the hustle.
Cool. So we at the point in the show, I'm gonna try something new where we got the off the wall question. It can do with any subject, any topic. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Sure, y'all ready? So recently, I posted on Facebook this video, and in the video they're speaking about the new law in Delaware about child support. You have children?
Yeah.
Everybody has kids? Yeah. All right, now. So the new law is that women will now receive, in Delaware, a card, like a credit card or debit card, and they can only spend it on things that pertain to the kids. Being that you're the only female here, we're going to start with you first, and I'm going to try to keep it fair with the fellas in here. But what are your thoughts on that? They can't use the card for gas. They can't use it for adult clothing. Can't use it for crabs.
No happy hour.
I was just about to ask for you to specify.
Right.
No happy hour.
No happy hours. No drinks.
Well, I disagree with it.
Okay.
And I disagree with it because Gas is expensive. You need gas to transport your kids back and forth to whatever curriculum that you have.
I see my fellas like.
I'm proud for that shit.
I believe that the government doesn't make it easy for anyone. So back in the day when my mother used to go work 9 to 5 and come home and help me cook and prepare a meal for me and do my homework and put me to bed for the next day, the government is not set up for this now. The government is set up to push the man out so we can receive these benefits, and then once we receive these benefits, then the man is taken out the home. The young lady doesn't know how to have a mate or a father, and the young boy doesn't know how to become a man. So with all this being said, the government is to push them out, then say, hey, once you push them out, then you can receive these benefits. But then these benefits, we have to transport them with the gas. And not only that, we have to keep a roof over their heads. Nowadays, the rent is expensive. So you telling me that I can't use some of this money to pay my rent or pay my light bills or use gas? So I am in disagreement. Do I think you should be able to buy crabs and buy adult clothing? No. But do I think it's just for kids' needs? I'm in a disagreement with that.
Okay, and you skip like you ready hold it.
I'm saying I feel what she's saying, but I totally disagree with what she's saying, because my theory is this: if you as a woman have your way of life, so you saying the child you have by me, let's just use me, the child you have by me is disrupting your way of life, so it takes your life so off track that my child support is the thing that puts it back on track. You understand what I'm saying? So let's take this. A guy can pay $50 a week, you dig? He can say, so this is cramping my lifestyle, I go get a better job. She finds out, she takes him back downtown, and she gets the increase. So he's still back at that same level. So he goes gets another job. He goes gets a better job. She comes back downtown. Bow, and another increase. So he's back in the same place. You feel what I'm saying? See, my problem with child support is, if I can pay $200+ a week, I don't give a fuck what your job is. You go pay it too. If $50 is good for him, $50 is good for this one. If $200 is good for this one, $200 is good for that one. Don't worry about what the numbers I pull in. That's irrelevant. You feel me? Because my point is, we all try to better ourselves for a better life, for a better giving. And then you got the mothers, like, not you, because you just here. You got the mothers that be like, she ran out of gas. She gotta go make this run and this and the third. Now I'm not saying you can't get gas. I'm cool with that. But I don't like the mothers that be like, if my child support don't come, I can't pay my bill, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. Like, come on, like, I mean, at what point are you gonna recognize that you don't have enough for your life, and you do better?
Exactly.
But that's taking us out the home also. So now I'm being out the home more, and you're being out the home more.
No, but I'm always around. I'm always around every day, all
but
day.
We're just talking about that's one man.
Right. Well, because we on this panel, so we speaking on this. You feel me? Because you gotta. But you don't have to be taken out of the home to get a better job. You don't. People do homeschooling. Like, my kid's mother,
get a job,
yeah,
period.
like she doing it. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing to get her master's to get a better job.
But then you just say, I ain't talking about you, but you want
No, I'm just saying.
But then you say, oh, I'm talking about you because you on the man.
You here, so you.
But while you up there popping bottles and giving bottles away, I'm up here trying to get gas.
No, but listen, every party.
And you telling me to go out with overtime just to get gas?
Every party I have, there's an allotment for my children.
Okay.
And the money I bring
that's
in.
That's just one man. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well,
we talking
look, fellas, y'all need to do better. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit crazy. Y'all making it hard for me. Damn.
You feel about you, Gerard? I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I haven't had, knock on whatever's in it, shadow knocking. I haven't had that experience because I'm pretty much still with the mother of my children. But what I will say, just to keep it short and sweet, it's just an abuse of the system, and I believe the women that abuse it make it bad for the ones that actually want the system to work for men and don't want them to stress out the man or push them away. So it's the abuse of the actual child support system that actually pushed the men away. just lastly, the men who are skeptical about even contributing don't want to contribute at all once they see how abusive some of the women can be. And the ones like Skip said that's already contributing, it's like I can't win for losing because she keep going downtown. So really, I think the abuse of the system is what screwed it up totally. And if they can just get that right, and if this card in Delaware helps towards flushing out the poison, then I'm all for it. If that's what it does.
Right.
I'm talking about on both sides. The poison on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I see everybody's viewpoint, and I pretty much can agree with both sides. Both sides of the coin. From the woman perspective, they saying it as though they live with me. So yeah, you may be giving 2 or 3 a month, but I'm giving a little bit more because they with me, and your stuff may pay for the food, but they might get hungry in that food that they done. Trust me, I know the teenagers, they eat heavy. My son kills like boxes of cereal on his day, probably. Right, so yeah, or shoes. Daughter run through shoes like that, So things happen. So,
but I think if we were sharing time, see, that's what we're talking about, money and giving.
True.
But if we was giving more time, if some men and nowadays some women, if we was giving the time, then I wouldn't need to spend all the gas money, because maybe he spends. Me and my son, we went from every other weekend to I can't give you my child every weekend to every other week. So we did from Thursday to Thursday, and it helped me a lot. It helped me have a sociable life. It helped me work overtime when I wanted to, and it helped me just relax and get a peace of mind. So time is a big factor.
But that's another issue too. Women can't play games with the time. They can't like pick and choose when they want daddy to have the kids because they upset about something.
Damn right.
You gotta get that because no matter what, the father a-hole asshole to you and maybe asshole to the kid, but that kid is always going to believe that's how. That's their fault.
That's right.
So they don't care what the woman say,
Can't do no
what
wrong.
the mother say.
Yeah.
That daddy can't do nothing wrong. So go ahead and let them get that time. That's the most important. Like you just said, the time is most important.
But a lot of women make it about money as opposed to time because they say, "Well, you didn't pay, so he not coming."
Right.
At that point, it's clearly about money.
That's
exactly.
Clearly.
Believe me, I've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
You gonna have that money this week? You gonna have that money? That's crazy.
And lastly, the restrictions are already in place for the men that abuse the system. There are men that abuse it. And then what do? They restrict your driver's license.
Damn right, I know.
They do this. So when is it going to be
Restrictions for the women.
I mean, for the ones that abuse it as well.
Right.
And I think what they're doing in Delaware is trying to finally say for the women abusers, we got to have some checks and balances because we're already going into the men that abuse the system.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything can... You won't even know what to improve on until you see how it works.
Yeah,
so they starting it in Delaware.
Somewhere you gotta start somewhere.
Right.
Well, I can see a lot of people gonna be moving out of Dallas.
It's gonna be like weed though. It's gonna start getting legalized everywhere. Move out the country. Nah, it ain't gonna be empty, right?
It's gonna be a whole
They tripping, man.
It's gonna be a sword.
crazy up here,
A
man.
big sword party in Delaware. All the women gonna be gone.
I don't want no card.
Right.
I can't cash the card
No,
out.
you can't tell me what to do.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
So what we also have this, new starting this season is anonymous questions. Some of them already been answered during the show. But anonymous questions from the viewers, from you guys out there. Y'all knew these guests was coming on. I told a few people they shot me some questions. So if you want to do that for my next episode, just hit me on ATIFTV38@gmail.com with any question, and I'm gonna ask your question ask the guest your question. So you guys, the question, one of the questions is, since we know you're single, we're just gonna skip to that one. How does a man approach you?
That's a good question.
I'm still with, old fashioned. I just, I like flowers. I like how you doing, ma'am. Can I take you out?
So what about DM or inbox? Pay attention, fellas.
I'm not a fan of it, but nowadays social media is the way of communication.
Right.
Usually I don't bite at the DMs on instant message, but it's always that one man or that one female that bites, or you get a good inkling about it. I like being social. I like going to a restaurant, putting the phones away. I like, if I could leave a phone home because I got me and my mate together, I would. But I'm old fashioned. I still like my door open. I'm just old fashioned.
Awesome.
Yeah, good.
So, and what about you, Skip?
What?
Yeah, how would you like to be approached, or do you like being approached? Like, cause,
I do. I actually do. I think for me, I think it's super attractive when a woman, approaches me. I really do. I mean, I'm not opposed to approaching me because I do. Everybody knows, I do. But I'm just saying.
I did.
But no, like
that might be in the future.
For me personally. No, listen. You funny my shit. I'm always joking. But no, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't fuck shit all But no, me personally, like I said, I mean, I think it's super sexy. I mean, women doing their thing these days. They be in anything, we be in and then some. Like I got a good friend of mine. She got 4 master's degrees, and when she talked to me, like it's like a breath of fresh air because it's always something intellectual. It's always something not about what Skip brings to the table, but it's always about something not educational, but it's something above the normal conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, for me, shit, I think it's super fire when a woman got the balls to push up on and tell you exactly where it is and where she at and what she doing, how she feel about the situation. Whether you take it or not, it's up to you.
Right.
That's just me.
So y'all don't like to chase? That's not to chase though.
No, I don't think anybody should. And then I'm glad you said that because a good friend of mine, Nina, said to me the other day, nobody should chase anybody. If you like him, he likes you, y'all work it out, y'all roll together. He shouldn't have to chase you. There's a difference. You feel me? So if I dig you, you dig me, we say let's go hang out, let's do that. We hanging out. I don't have to chase you because this is somewhere you want to be.
Right.
You feel me? If it's somewhere you want to be there. If it's not, don't.
Right.
Okay.
So you don't like. Let me go back to the chase part. So you don't like, because I know when I was dating before we got married, I kind of wanted to fight for it a little bit, type of thing. I think that was a turn on to me.
Well, see, I did that. You know what I'm saying? The whole fight for it thing. I did that before. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, but I'm just gonna say it's not for me to just be, because I feel like if a person dating me, and I take dating as a different thing than hanging out. For me, dating is real. So if you dating me, you're dating me. You're not dating me, Kevin, and Mike. Because you can't give me the time that you need to give me to find out if me is what you want to deal with. Because you got me, Kevin, and Mike. So you spreading yourself thin all the way across the board. You feel me? While I'm going 150. Like she said, 5 hours, I'm showing her the job, my gifts, I'm doing this, I'm meals, and I'm showing you this and this and the third. But everybody putting their best foot forward. Right. Everybody doing the whole push. You feel me? So
do you think a woman should also do the same thing, do a vice versa kind of thing? Like, this is each his own, because I know a lot of people who tell me, well, that's why you date, to see who you want to be with. I got that part. That's why you hang out with people. That's not why you date. There's a difference. For me, because like she said, I'm old school. Dating is different. Dating is courting. Dating is moving towards something more serious. So if I'm hanging out with 5 people, that's cool. I'm hanging out with them. I ain't being serious about none of them. Right. You feel me? But if I'm dating somebody, then I'm dating them. I'm not dating them.
So is that a conversation that takes place? Or is
Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. So if I meet a female and we hanging out, then we're not dating. We're definitely not dating. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but when we fuck raw, we dating. We dating. There ain't no conversation need to be had. We is fucking dating. I don't give a fuck if it was a weekend and now I'm hanging raw. We together. Fuck that.
We go together.
Off the road.
Yeah. Because that means shit done took place. We comfortable with each other. This is where you want. This is where I want to be. You feel? Yeah, you that comfortable enough to trust my life and your life. Yeah, we together.
Yeah. True.
Just saying, but this brings some spice to this thing. Y'all know how I do, man. I be on some other shit, man.
So another question from one of the viewers is, are you guys DMs popping? Being promoters, do your DMs, all your DMs and inboxes popping?
Like old red box.
Jesus.
My thing is, I don't don't necessarily think it's just because of the party promotion. It's because I use the social media platforms on both ends to interact with the people. And not always just comedy, even if it's just a quote, but a lot of what I do on social media is engaging. The DMs don't always be on that bullshit though. I've had people DM me and say, I lost my best friend last week and I was contemplating suicide. I saw a joke you said and I feel totally different. But I mean, that's the percentage real low on those. But I mean, just to be real, like DMs. And like he said, it's just the way of the world right now, how we communicate. But I know DMs in my instant messages. So I ignore more than I open up.
Right. I got a question for you because I had to do this a few times, and I look at your page and I see it's kind of like mine.
Yeah, I know
people
you're
like
real
to
social heavy, like to engage with the people.
Only on social media. I'm not like that in real life.
Right.
See, I'm like that in real life, but not like that on social media. Like I can talk to anybody, but on social media, I'm
like that all the ways.
Yes,
on and off.
Yes, keep on way around.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's like
I think that's a Pisces
I enjoy it
thing.
exactly, but I enjoy a T's page because. You know, like if I be thinking something like the thing he posted about the Delaware thing, as soon as I say that, let me get the fuck on here. I got something to say.
Like the men gonna go to Delaware, the women gonna come here.
But then you got a team who also go at the dudes about being dudes.
Right.
You know, when the men gonna be men.
And
Let's talk about
Pisces,
that.
Man. I hate Pisces, man.
Damn.
I hate no. Come on. I'm sorry.
Listen, man.
No, listen. I'm sorry. I don't like to date a Pisces man, but a Pisces.
We still saying damn.
Pisces men are amazing. I just couldn't date one.
Why not?
What?
Yeah,
They're super
wow.
sensitive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Am I lying? They're super sensitive, and when can I be sensitive? Sometimes I can't because he's being sensitive. So other than that, they're amazing. They're creative. Y'all romantic.
I'm definitely a sensitive nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, thank you.
My shit right here.
Right.
You see my shit every day.
But they're romantic. They're creative. They're dreamers. They push you. They support you. But yeah,
Man, we awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right. So do you? Last thing, Darren, do you have to check anybody
As far as what?
on social media if they going too far in the comments?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll delete the comment. I'll verbally say whatever has to be said to check them. I've pretty much been on Facebook since it started. MySpace before that. So I mean, like I said, it's been held at a minimum. But I've had to check people. I tend not to go back and forth with people though because they trolling for the most part. But some things have gone out the way. But I've gotten better at just ignoring it or just deleting it. You can always hit that button.
Cool. You?
I don't feed it. I think anything you feed grows.
Yeah.
So if there's anything negative, I like to block that person.
Okay. And you good?
Well, no, I get into it.
I get into it.
I love it. Listen, we gonna go back and forth 60, 70 comments.
See, I think it hurts them more when you don't.
Yeah, that's good.
When you-
More, that's crazy.
You ready?
I got some more.
Let's get ready to run.
You done?
I got more. So you done?
I got more.
I'm gonna get blocked for 30 days.
Right, I'm gonna get I'm going to jail for this one. Yeah.
Man, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Last
it,
night,
man.
May 26th, Children's Guild Black and Blue Party from 9 to 2. Taste It is catering. DJ Kenny K, Dollar Bill, Shut Up Shannon as
DJ
the
Jamal.
host, DJ Jamal.
Okay.
Party of the year.
Anything else?
We gonna do it better than.
Oh!
I want to kick it. It's all love.
You'll be there, right?
Yeah, we got you.
I want to shout out all the supporters, all the promoters, everybody that's out here. It's not easy what we do. We fresh in the game. We learning from the veterans, soaking it all up. We want everybody to win. There's too many promoters to name, but y'all always see me out there. High Society is right here in the building. Shout out to Dirk. If it wasn't for the show with him, I wouldn't even know about what was going on. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to link us up with and Big Skip. But yeah, I just want to say, man, thank everybody. And like my partner said, the Black and Blue 2 at the Children's Guild, May 26th from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. We got something special coming after that. It's too early to get into.
Awesome. Y'all probably got something else special y'all don't know about yet. But go ahead, Skip.
Shit, you already. Man, listen, man. Don't listen to this. Listen, y'all know my shit up here already.
We trying to get it here.
Yeah, I mean, nah, but listen, though, for real, super shout out to you guys doing it big. We appreciate you guys. It's always good to see fresh new people doing what they're doing and being innovative, as we were talking about off camera. But High Society, Atif Effect, and Derek the Handsome One, we're doing a all-white party this year. We're gonna probably do a silver, white with some platinum type of deal. At the we're gonna do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna do it at the Temple this year. Of course, you know how we pack some out, so you be prepared to get in the line early. Listen, we're telling y'all again, because y'all be thinking, if I show up at 11, I'm going to get in. Listen, we're telling you early, show up early, because we're not responsible if you show up at 12:30 and want to us on your ticket, and they telling us we had capacity at 1200 already. So, like I said, that's what's big for us. We're doing it like that, so... again, shout out to these guys, because that's pretty much what it's about, the newness of things. And
so Loyalty Sundays every first of the month, Sunday of the month.
Sunday.
Yeah, at the 5 Mile
I'm coming
House
out there this
from
Sunday.
5 to 10. This April 1st, his birthday party. So
My birthday party at this
come on
next
out.
one, man. Y'all come out. I know it's Easter after y'all done with the egg hunting the kids. Come on, man.
Yeah,
right. 5
At the
miles.
watching the show.
All right, that's gonna be the grown folks disco, like the kids disco. It's gonna be the grown folks discos right there. Definitely appreciate y'all once again coming through. Y'all doing a great job. I really see y'all there. Put me on to y'all. I said, man, I went scroll through social media, see what y'all was doing. I said, oh, they got it popping, and that means a lot to guys, veteran guys like. Well, I can't speak for all veteran promoters, but veteran promoters like me and me, Skip the Dirt. We love to see new energy that gives us motivation to do better.
That's right.
To be able to do what we've been doing, and we that's greatly appreciate y'all, man. Once again. Next week, y'all have any questions y'all want to ask the next guest, just shoot it to me on @TIFTV38@gmail.com. Thank you again, once again, viewers. Until next time, peace.
One, two.
Hello, fam. I'm at Tiff, and this is Nightlife Fire.
Cut. Skip, I got it on the whole group. Look alive, look.
okay, I'm ready. Come on, that's good.
Look engaged.
My bad.
Not a problem, bro. One, two.
Hello, fam. I'm at Tiff, and this is Nightlife Fire.
And I'm Lakeisha Holt with Loyalty Sunday.
That's what we are.
One, two.
Hello, fam. I'm at Tiff, and this is Nightlife Fire.
It's not that
You're like,
I'm still thinking about that, man. All right.
Okay.